Hi, Nicole Ben Simon here. Today I had a really interesting conversation with a very good friend of mine. We're actually on a very similar life path, and we like to often just touch base with each other and see where we're at and see what the learning is of our situation. And we came up with this incredible explanation to where we feel like we are in life. And we've basically brought it down to three words. The first stage is the bling stage. The second stage is the bear stage. And then the third stage is the bliss stage. So it's bling, bear, and bliss. In the bling stage, we are living a very sort of comfortable, safe life. We have the things that we feel that we need, whether it's a nice home, a nice car, travel, family, all of that stuff. And we do feel that sometimes it's not really enough. Like there's something inside of us that we're not fulfilling. And even though it's bling from the outside, but internally there is something that's niggling at us to wake up and to make a change, because there's something that's not, even though it appears to be all perfect, there's something that's not quite fulfilling. You're just feeling like, it's bling, bling, bling. And we all know that, some people that have to wear bling, it's because, it's like showing the world and showing ourselves that everything is fine. The second stage, when you actually decide to follow through from the bling stage, is the bear stage. And that's like stripping bare. It's like really going internal and facing all of the things that in the bling stage you didn't want to think about because it was too uncomfortable. It was like opening a can of worms. Well, this is the bear stage. This is where on a spiritual path we decide that we've got to let go of things, even though they feel safe to us and they feel, we feel that, it's like our comfort zone, but it's stepping out of that comfort zone into the bear stage. It's almost like peeling of an onion, peeling the layers of things that don't serve us, the friendships that are really toxic, and the all of the stuff that makes us feel less than who we are, and inauthentic. So that's the bear stage. And it's a bit like in the story of the hungry caterpillar, the children's story, where, the caterpillar is living its life and then it feels like it needs to go into a cocoon. And the cocoon stage is the bear stage. And it can be a very difficult stage in our journey because we are being asked to face our fears and to let go of things that we may feel are our safety. And it's almost like breaking open and changing the paradigm of your perception of life and your life. And it can be quite scary because, it could be the end of a marriage. It could be, facing a disease. It could be things that life circumstances bring you that force you to be stripped bare. And there's a lot of learning that takes place, and often it requires some solitude as well, that it requires time on your own so that you can really be with yourself and find out what it is that you need, and not listening to what other people are telling you that you need, but rather getting that information from your internal compass. So the bear stage is that's where all the growth really happens. And I think that when you get to a point where you know yourself and you don't have fear, you can face the world, you can be your truth. And if it doesn't resonate with some people, well, then they're not your tribe. And you're okay with that, because there will be people that you resonate with and you feel that connection with, and they are perhaps the new family that understands you fully. And, often it happens where you're born into a family where you somehow don't fit in, and you feel different, and sometimes it takes the breaking away of what you're used to and what you know in order to find your new truth, the truth that resonates with you, the people that understand your way of thinking. It's like, I guess, being, a hippie in your heart, that you don't want to follow boundaries and you've got your own path and you've got your own way of being, and then you're sort of stuck in a very boxed community where there's religion, there are so many things that you have to conform to, and it's like it doesn't fit in with you. And then this is the bear stage, where you're actually stripping yourself apart and ripping yourself apart and finding out what it is that your soul needs so much, and then moving away from the environments that are not making it easy for you to follow your truth, the judgment and the belittling and all of that. So this is the bear stage. And obviously the last stage, which is the bliss stage, is when you've actually found yourself and you've found your tribe and you've found your truth and you're open about it, and you connect with people who elevate you and who understand you, and you feel as though you're part of a community, and you feel belonging. You just feel like a sense of belonging, and that's the bliss stage. And then synchronicities happen. You just think of something and then you feel like the universe just provides it for you. It's when you're on your right path and you're letting go of all of the things that you need to let go of in order to grow on a spiritual level. And that's when all the right people start coming into your life. So that's the blissful stage. And I just feel that a lot of people get stuck in that bling stage. And I feel that, if you are currently living in a life where you feel like you're a visitor in your life, you feel like you just don't fit in, you don't belong, ask yourself if you need to do some work on yourself and enter that bear stage where you are stripping bare and you are really engaging with your inner being and listening to what it is that your soul is asking from you. And often inner child work is really, really helpful. And it's going back to your childhood, going back to your belief systems, and just going further than that and actually reassessing. Do I, I was told this and I was told to believe this, but do I actually believe it? And if you don't, then perhaps you need to reevaluate your belief systems. And this is what happens in the bear stage, in the middle stage. And once you've done that work, the feeling of being in the bliss stage, it's a euphoric feeling, because you live your life not being trapped by what other people want you to be and what people want you to do, but it's like you're filling up your cup so that it's so overflowing that you can actually share it with others without becoming depleted. It's just an incredible way to live. So have a look at your life and how you're living it, and whether you are in that bling stage where you're just wanting to see the lights, but you're not actually digging deep to see, beyond all of the sparkles. Are you really happy in the way that your life is progressing? And obviously the middle stage is the stripping bare, which is the most difficult stage, because that's like really internalizing and doing all of that work. And then finally you do reach that bliss stage when you've done all that work on yourself. So we were just like, we gave it 3 stages and we named them, and we were like, this is the story of our life. And I think a lot of people do go through that spiritual journey. And obviously, in regards to the Hungry Caterpillar, which is a children's book, but it's so meaningful, is that, the bling stage is the caterpillar. The bear stage is the cocoon, is the work that the caterpillar does in the cocoon. And obviously the bliss stage is when it becomes that beautiful, beautiful butterfly. So I hope you can all find the butterfly within you. I know that I have, and it's a beautiful feeling living life from this place, from this authentic, true place, being okay with things that have dropped out of my world, because I've made room for new things and a new lifestyle. And it's just something I thought that I'd like to share today with you. So if you've got any comments, you're welcome to you know, drop by a comment underneath if you feel like you resonate with this. And hope you all have a wonderful day, and see you soon.